All right. Hey, Shalom, brothers.
Shalom.
All right. You know, we the brothers here from GMS Atlanta Camp. We'll start out giving all praise, glory, and honor to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM,
YAHAWASHI,
BAHASHAM,
Rakah, Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well and push out this word at a high frequency. Peace and safety to the elect laboring around the four corners of the earth, giving all diligence to make the calling of election sure. All right. We're going to go right into it, dealing with the topic of basically staying within the multitude of the apostles. And that is, hey, brothers, that's a Great Millstone. Hey, it's essential and it's vital to keep up with the apostles and the elders because they put out, you need to be making sure you're watching the videos, understand the scoffers, all right, that the apostles and elders are dealing with, whether it's Jesus is the Word, EJ Love, Vocab Malone, G-Man, whoever. You know, you got to stay on top of that. Know what the apostles and elders is dealing with when they're putting out orders. All right, there are certain orders that get pushed out through the apostles and elders, and if you ain't keeping up with the videos, you're gonna miss the orders. There's rebukes that go out. There's admonishments. There's breakdowns. There's exhortations. There's all kind of different information that comes out from the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. All right, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, that's for the instructions of the body. All right, so you have to make sure that you stay within that counsel, man. Like the scriptures say in Proverbs, the 15th chapter, in the multitude of counselors, there's safety. Now, who are the top counselors of Israel today? The apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And if you acknowledge the apostles and elders of Great Millstone to be those men that YAHAWASHI sent on the earth to lead us, you know, it shouldn't be done just by mouth. Right. There's a deed that actually comes with that. You got to actually acknowledge that they're over you in the spirit. And how do you do that? You keep up with the videos. You make sure you pay tithes, give double honors, you know, make sure you know the breakdowns. All right. Take the reproof, follow the orders they push out, because there's an actual deed that comes behind you acknowledging that those are the men. So you got to stay within that counsel or stay within that multitude. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into the scriptures. Barzal, if you can get that scripture for me. Was that Sirach 6?
Yep, 6 and 34. Sirach 6 and 34. Stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise.
That's right. The scripture says stand in the multitude of elders. That's why YAHAWASHI didn't only set up one apostle or one elder. He set up multiples. All right, multitudes. All right. Because why? Because where wise men are, there's counsel.
Safety. Yep.
There's safety. All right. There's instruction. There's order. There's structure. All right. There's admonishment. There's advice. There's reproof. There's orders. There's all kind of things that come out from the apostles and elders concerning the body that you have to know. You know, you have to know these things, man. Or otherwise you're going to find yourself out here breaking down, you know, on these videos, breaking things down the wrong way. You're going to find yourself not doing 3 videos or not linking up once a week with the brothers or not checking in, not paying tithes, just being straight up disorderly. But you're acknowledging them to be your leaders, but you're not following the example that they're put out because you ain't keeping up with them. You know, you got to watch Apostle Tahar, man. You got to watch Apostle Gabar. You got to watch Apostle Ramla. Watch Apostle Rakah, man. All right. Watch the elders, you know, and the other brothers. You know, now you're not going to be able to watch every single video.
Right.
But at least make sure you're keeping up with the apostles, man. Primarily Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakah. You should be able to keep up with them videos, man.
Yeah, and always staying updated with their pages. You got to know your apostles and elders pages. A lot of brothers, you know, they don't know their apostles and elders sometimes by names. You got to know these things, man. And you have the resources around you. You have camp heads. You got elders in every camp, of course, that's been around for a number of years. And younger men, you have to actually figure out, all right, who's this apostle? Who's this elder? What's his page? You know, how can I actually source it and be around that type of information so I can actually get a better understanding on how to walk and how to follow these great men.
That's right.
You know, that's all I really wanted to say.
Con, you can continue on the precept.
Says, stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise.
Go ahead.
Be willing to hear every godly discourse,
Mm-hmm.
and let not the parables of understanding escape you.
Yeah, so when the apostles and elders, when they go into these admonishments, these rebukes and these orders, you ain't supposed to be missing that stuff, man. All right, you're supposed to watch them videos from top to bottom, man. Making sure you soaking in the spirit of this thing.
Yeah.
All right, because this thing about the increase is about to intensify, man.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to be more in line with this thing. You're gonna have to be more joined into the spirit and how the body works. You got to move with the body, man.
All right.
Or you going, or what? The scripture says if your right hand offends you, what you do?
Cut
it off. You know, if it offend you, all right. And the only way a body part is going to offend you is if what? If it's not working in cohesive as a as a cohesive unit with the rest of the body.
That's right.
It's not in conjunction with the rest of the body, so it's becoming offensive. It's just what? It's just there.
Yep.
You know, you don't want to be there. So that means what, man? You got to stay on top of your position. All right. Know what, you know, even when you're in particular camps.
Yeah.
All right. You brothers should be watching your camp heads videos.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, you shouldn't be in a camp and you're not watching the heads of the camps videos. Because the spirit speaks through those men. And whatever camp you in, make sure you're keeping up with your camp heads.
Yeah.
Make sure that when the camp heads and the first and second, third, fourth, fifth in command, when they put certain orders out there, make sure you keeping up with them orders, man.
Yeah. And if I can say something,
I was gonna say, yeah, because a lot of times, you know, your camp head might do a video, or the second, third, like the brother said, third, fourth, fifth in command, or whatever. You know, he might see something in the spirit with the camp. He'll do a video on it.
Yep. Right. Yeah.
You know, he might not address it. You know, put you to the side. He might just do a video just to put it out there, man.
Yep.
You know, and if you're not updated or you don't watch, then you'll miss it, man.
Yeah.
You know, the spirit of, damn, you know,
or it might be on you.
yeah.
And the spirit might come down. You know, where camp had, you know, he's, you know, the spirit had him. You know, because we, you know, camp has they peep certain things that's in the camp. You know. And it may apply to you, you know, and you know, so then that's your correction.
Yeah,
that's right.
You know,
and a lot of times, brothers, just like the brother said, camp heads and things of that nature, they'll gauge the camp, and that's where they get their inspiration to do videos. Yep. It may be something that they caught, you know, and they basically didn't speak on. They just speaking on a general basis. So you're actually keeping your receptors up, you know, keeping your antennas. And being a faithful and dedicated watchman is going to actually help you maneuver and help you get around bullshit, so to speak. You'll know how to walk. Yep. Yeah. Just like that's why you have people in the military, they perform what? Cadences. They perform things of that nature to show how perfect in sequence and harmony that the regiments are together. Yeah. You know, you have the top guys, you have the men that's underlings. And if you actually shift outside of the group, that's showing you ain't paying attention to like, yo, we've been going over this, man.
Yeah.
All right. That's showing that you're not serious and you're not taking things really seriously in the body. And of course, time is a thing and it's truth. But at the end of the day, we all gotta make time for this, man. Sure. You can make time for a woman if each and every one of us had a bad Instagram chick in our lap. Hey, phone, you're gonna be talking to her over an hour and a half on the phone every day. You'll pull a man hours talking to that chick, man. Yeah. You know, you'll make sure that you actually buy flowers and staying on the gifts and staying feeding her and giving her different things to basically drive her interests up. So how much more men of the Lord, man?
That's right.
This is a hierarchy. When you have a kingdom of kings and priests, your job is to basically pay attention to that kingdom, man. All right, to the council, like the brother was speaking about councils and courts and things of that nature. A lot of times when you watch these medieval movies, you will have the kings and all the priests and different men present speaking about high matters, and then they'll have, you know, the seconds and commands and different men on the outer courts that will listen to these things so that they can actually take report to do what? To send it back to their kingdom to tell, okay, this is the king of France gave this report, you know, this and that. You know, they're basically speaking about, you know, different issues and matters that's going on in the economy, so to speak. This is our spiritual economy, so we have to think of it as such. You know, we ain't just guys that get together and drink and you know, party and like eat chicken, so to speak.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, my bad, brother. You got it.
No, well, I was just gonna say with because he said it's a spiritual economy. So, you know, with an economy, you have spiritual advisors. I mean, you have advisors, economic advisors. You know that are experts and you know know the intricacies of the system and everything. And that's our apostles and elders. That's all I was going to say.
God, that's right. And you know we are invested. We've invested our spirit into this spiritual company, so to speak. So you got to keep up with your company.
That's right.
You got to know when it's, you know, when it's time to make certain company changes, moves,
adjustments.
Yeah, adjustments. You know, when it's time to put in overtime. You got to know these things, man. But I got a quick scripture if nobody had anything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, come on. This is real quick. Hebrews 13:17. Yeah, you know, got to throw it in there. It says, obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls. So YAHAWASHI has men set up over us out here. Overseers, not only to guide us and lead us in the spirit, they also there to correct us, to push us, to exhort us, to comfort us, admonish, you know, direct. All right, and also watch our souls. Make sure we're doing the right thing. You know, push us. They here to help bring out our spirit. So you got to keep up with that, man. That's right. They here to make you the best Israelite you can be through the spirit of YAHAWASHI.
Yeah. Because they are, you know, the scriptures say what we have spiritual fathers, man. You know, a father with his son. You know, you're gonna leave your son out there to drive, man. You're gonna groom him up, so to speak, teach him. You're gonna watch over him. You're gonna call him, make sure he get home on time, and you know. That's how the apostles do to us in the spirit, man. You know, by teaching us the correct doctrines, you know, giving us that correction, you know, to make sure we stay on that straight and narrow, man. That's right.
I got that real quick.
Yeah, come.
Ephesians 6:1. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor thy father.
And in order to obey your parents, you have to abide in the household. Just like when you were your child, just like the brother was giving an analogy about being in the house at a certain time, making sure that you're doing certain things and attending to the house. You have house, that's why you have, what do they call
chores.
It? Chores. You have chores and things of that nature that shows if you're actually attentive and you're actually taking care of the house. But a badass son, where his room gonna be always dirty, you could detect he got demons on him, man. He in the streets, man. You know, nigga got all kind of shit everywhere.
Dirty drawers all out.
Dirty drawers and nigga paintings and you know, fucking Lil Kim, you know, that classic Lil Kim image, squatting and shit on the fucking wall. Like, man, this nigga
gonna have a cartoon painted Bob Marley's with bloodshot red eyes with a big joint in his mouth.
Yeah, nigga always got deep bass coming out of his 808s coming out of his room.
Yep, a fish tank. Yeah, and you know, so you got to make sure you stay on top. You gotta obey your spiritual fathers, and our spiritual fathers in the earth right now are starting with Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Ricard, on down. The elders, you know, Elder Adnop, Elder Manatazak, Elder Ayathan,
Elder Abad.
Yeah, they set up to direct us. Elder Tazayawan. You gotta stay Elder Yashawamba, Elder Ariala. You gotta know, you know, what they putting out there. But you gotta really keep up with the apostles, man. You know, you gotta keep up with the apostles, because that's the authority, man. That's right. You know, you got to stay in contact. That's just like if you work for a company, man. You got to know the policy coming from the CEO, man. Yeah. And the presidents and the chief CEOs and the people that come right up under the supervisors and directors, man. You got to know what their policies, man. That's right. You know, but I'm gonna finish this scripture real quick, Gamal, and then you can go back to where you was at. Come. It says, for they watch for your souls as they must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you.
And that's heavy. That point they say they have to give account. Yep. But the scripture say that if men don't actually follow the path of the Most High, they're gonna be beaten with more stripes. And the apostles know that as leaders and shepherds. Hey, if sheep go astray, the main person that's looked at is the shepherd. Yep. All right. What was the job of the shepherd? Was he not paying attention? Was he neglecting his duties? If you have a pasture of sheep, 5,000 sheep, and 300 of them die, it's gonna be like,
what was y'all you good at?
Yeah. Did he not put up the sheep in the winter? Did he not actually give them antibiotics and things of that nature? and you know, make sure that they was actually clean? Did they not inspect and examine these things? So the apostles understand that they have the hardest and the most strict job of all men in Israel.
Yeah.
So they have to give a diligent account. They have to do a diligent work, and that's why they push out these videos and these different things, these admonitions, like the brother said, and these reproofs, so that we could actually walk in the perfect direction. They actually tread in the dirt and in the sand, so to speak, so that we could follow that exact print. And you never go wrong from following that direction as sheep following a shepherd. Man.
That's the spirit. I got something to back you up, bro. It's Acts 20 and 28. Take heed, therefore, unto yourselves and to all the flock over which the Holy Spirit hath made you overseers.
Hey, and when you read this, that's Paul, if I'm not mistaken. That's Paul speaking to a particular church. And he's telling that church, take heed to the flock, man. You know, to the which that the Lord made you to oversee. All right, so even like the brother was saying, even the apostles and the elders, they understand that they've been given a great measure of responsibility, not only over men of great millstone, but over all of the Israelites, because they've been around the longest. They know the breakdowns. All right, they have to be the ones who directly push YAHAWASHI, starting with them. They have to correct IUIC, ISUPK, GOCC. They got their personal information out there. You know, all kind of people coming up against them, slandering them. So they got a very, very heavy situation on their hands, man. You know, and they just accepted the territory for what it was. They didn't go, oh, well, hold on, I didn't ask for this. I didn't say. They like, oh man, this is crazy, but hey, man, still got to push, man.
That's right.
You know, well, hey, I bet if you ask them, I bet they kept up with their elders, their high priests. I bet you they kept up with what they teach, and they was always at the classes asking questions, inquiring, making sure that they breaking it down accordingly to the spirit.
They'll go into the stories.
Yeah,
just like what back then with the sit down, they'll go into the stories and situations that happen. And they'll roll back and forth, so to speak. Yeah, this happened, so and so, and you remember, because they was actually in those classes. Yeah, they speak about them classes 5-6 days a week and things of that nature. Back in the old school, they always tell us about the old school. That's how we know about the old school. Yeah, because we actually was there. Yeah, we learned from our apostles. We know about Elder Ariyah, and Elder Yaquab, King Masha, Elder Abba Bivens, not because we personally met him, right? But because of High Priest Apostle Tahar, so to speak, and all the other elder apostles, because that was even their ranks back then. We understand these things from actually listening, keeping up, watching their videos, following the. As a matter of fact, if I could call for one scripture, Acts chapter 2, verse 42. Whoever get it, can bring it out. Acts chapter 2, verse 42 is a good scripture.
This is Acts chapter 2, verse 42. It says, and they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine.
Steadfastly. All right. Now it's talking about the disciples in Acts the 2nd chapter, because that was when they got the spiritual powers. All right. And it tells you what they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine, man. All right. They stayed on top of their game. They made sure they knew what the apostles taught. Apostle Peter, Apostle John, because after YAHAWASHI went back to the spirit world, they were sent out to the world to preach what? To the Gentiles. To what? The kingdom of heaven. And that was when they got what? The miracles imparted to them by the Spirit, by the Holy Spirit. And they became what? Apostles.
Because even one decree, when you read in Matthew, it speaks when YAHAWASHI told the disciples, go not in the way of the Gentiles, and any way of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And for the most part, YAHAWASHI was having the disciples deal in the proximities of Israel. And after he died, it was really a somewhat new decree for them to be apostles, because they was disciples under the tutelage of YAHAWASHI until a point in time. So that decree at that point, it kind of shifted for them to be Okay, because even though Peter, he was over Jerusalem, and Paul was the main anointed disciple to do the missionaries through Asia Minor and all throughout, Turkey and Greece, of course, things of that nature. But the main thing was listening to the doctrine and understanding the teachings. Paul read about the teachings of YAHAWASHI. All these different men of the Lord, they read and they studied the books of Jeremiah and the decrees and the orders and the wisdom and all these different things, so they know how to walk. That's our forefathers,
That's right. They had to stay in tune with that, man.
Yep.
But you can finish that right to God. Are you good? Acts 2:42.
Yeah, Acts 2:42. It says, and they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine, in fellowship, and in breaking of bread, and in prayers.
Hey, that's right. So when the Spirit even tell you, hey, you should be fellowshipping once a week, don't let that slip. Right. Hey, I'm gonna just focus on 3 videos because it's convenient for me. I can do 3 videos.
Right.
Nah, the apostle also said that brothers, primarily the top brothers, should be fellowshipping once a week.
Yep.
Getting with men, linking up with men. All right, doing videos. Just sometimes you just link up. You might just have a spiritual conversation, but you still fellowshipping, man.
You should want to do that.
Yeah. Once a week. Come on, man. You go link up with a chick once a week. You link up with a chick 3-4 times a week, man.
Yeah. Hey, it's certain camps, and I, I can speak for us brothers, and got witnesses, of course, before. Sometimes we'll link up in a week span, 4 or 5,
sometimes 7 days a week,
sometimes every day of the week.
Man, and I speak for our camp, and we link up a lot down here.
Yeah.
We linking up, man. I was with this brother earlier this morning. We, went our separate ways. Now we back again.
Yeah.
I was with this brother Monday. We was hanging out. We was with each other Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday.
Yeah.
We gonna link up tomorrow again for a live stream. Then the day after that, Lord willing. Then Friday we got a class. Then Saturday camp.
Sunday morning, like we getting
together.
Hey, well, this thing should really consume your life, man. Because if you're really into this thing, man, it should be you should want to link up with brothers. You should always want to be in the spirit of YAHAWASHI, because it's really an honor for us to have these brothers around, man. To have Akim, sharp men that are gonna lead you in the right path, man. That's a blessing to have.
These are our drugs, man. We addicts, and that's how you gotta have that mindset. Because even at the end of the day, we understand some brothers' conditions. Some brothers bust ass and bust 60+ hours, and they may have to be potential helps and things of that nature. So they might have to just break the camp to keep the economy, the monetary part of the economy afloat. That's understandable. We understand these things have to be. Everybody has a different function of the body, but we basically speaking in general, because you got those hands in the pockets.
Yeah, you got them guys. You got them guys that don't want to give a concerted effort to go above and beyond. They just want to be just breeze on, just breeze through.
Just
like,
work.
no, man. Yeah, I got a family. I got a job. I got a family. Man. You better check that shit. You better figure it out, especially if there's a brother that stay in close proximity. It's like, come on, man. So you mean to tell me you don't got a spare hour throughout the day? 7 days a week. And you can't find just 1 hour to go link up with a brother that's in close proximity to you, do a video. Come on, man. If you gonna use that excuse, man, this truth ain't for you. It's too much for you. It's getting in the way. Instead of you finding time to do what you got to do, you finding time for the truth. No, it's supposed to be the other way around. You're supposed to find time to do extracurricular shit, man. All right?
That's right.
Yeah.
The truth should be automatic. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, if you got to, I got to make time for the truth, it ain't for you. Ain't no such thing as making time for the truth, man. This is supposed to consume you.
Yeah.
Like Jeremiah said. He said this word is like a fire consumed in my bones. And you got to ask yourself, do you really feel like that, man? Do you really feel consumed? Do you find yourself sometimes being obsessed with this word, man? Because if not, man, that's a problem. They tell you in 1 Corinthians 16, the 16th chapter, the 15th verse, that the house of Stephanus addicted themselves to the ministry, man.
Addicts, man.
They was addicted to it. That when you addicted to something, it ain't no, I gotta find time for my addiction. You own it. I need my
fix.
I need my fix.
Yeah, you seeking it out.
You know, you find time for everything else, man.
And now you go through withdrawals. You know,
Yeah,
you be moody and jacked up.
you get demons on
You catch some demons.
You get them demons on.
Yeah.
And then if I can say too, that's how you know the truth is progressing, because notice how this truth is becoming more of a full-time job, man. You know, you got some camps going out twice a week now. You wasn't doing that 5-6 years ago. It was just one day a week. Now it's like camp brothers going out multiple times, you're doing more videos, linking up more. You know, so if you ain't about this word, man, that train, you're gonna miss that train, man.
We were talking,
you know,
we were talking about last night, like you know, a lot of I'll say a couple years back, a lot of brothers didn't have pages.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
but the spirit is revving up now to where it's like, what? You ain't got your own personal page? Like, what you doing, man?
Like, that's your portfolio.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
That's your portfolio.
Yep. Exactly.
You know, honestly and truthfully speaking, and if the shoe fits, I mean, hey, well, whatever. But honestly, man, it really shouldn't have took Apostle to hard to put that decree out for certain men to get pages up, man.
Right.
It should have been on you. You should have been on your portfolio, man.
Yep.
You know, should have, especially if you had men in your camp that was already had pages and was doing videos. You shouldn't do. Sometimes hey, man, you don't have to wait, man.
Right.
You know, jump on it, man. Do what you got to do. Hey, even the 2 video a week decree. Some men didn't do that. That's some bullshit. You know, but you can get what you had out.
This is going back to the us assembling, so to speak. It's Hebrews 10. I'm gonna get right to the point. 25. This is not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
Yeah, to see that now that was an order put out by Apostle Tahar that we supposed to link up and fellowship once a week, do 3 videos a week. So are you holding yourself accountable to that order, man? All right, or are you just doing partial of that order, man? When YAHAWASHI speak, don't just hear what you want to hear, man. You better hear the whole matter. You know, don't just hear 3 videos. No, he said fellowship once a week as well. So you got to hold yourself accountable to the full matter, man.
Right.
All right, go ahead, brother.
Oh, and he said even with younger men, if it's young men that's just underdeveloped and they really don't have a full inclination to the scriptures, we got to go out of our way to actually build them men up too. You know, through video. That was another decree that he pushed out. Yep. So we got to listen to all these different things and execute it exactly how the apostles and the elders laid it out. That's order. That's law. And if it's law, then we got to keep those. We're speaking about how Peter he bound certain laws on earth as he bound in heaven.
Yeah,
there's certain things the apostles say that's law, man. You know, it ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. It ain't no
what is scripture at on that?
Yeah,
it's the spirit.
Yeah, Jake do what they want to do.
Well, we had a prime example. And I just say it frankly or plainly. That nigga Yard done when the apostles were saying, y'all gotta stay out of the clubs. He was trying to weave and maneuver out of that.
Shit, he was in the clubs more.
Yeah, he was in the clubs more. You know, but the apostles, really just technically a club. It's a lounge, and he wondered why he was jacked up in the spirit, man. The apostles already pushed the energy. They told brothers, get the hell up out of the clubs, man. Right. It ain't considering okay, these brothers or these brothers. Nah, man. That was the order. And then you wonder why you in a jacked up predicament because you wasn't listening to the order that the apostle brought out to the spirit, man. It's ultimately the spirit that's working through the apostle that's pushing out and actually spreading out through the regions of these different camps.
Hey, that's why the premise of this lesson is that you got to stay in the multitude of the apostles, man.
Yep.
All right. Because when they put certain orders and decrees out there, man, you just got to, it might be inconvenient, man.
Yeah.
You know, it might be inconvenient to your personal life, but it may be beneficial to the body. So now you got to see what you want to do now. Do you come before the body, or do the body come before you? So sometimes you put the apostles and elders may put certain orders out there, and it may not coincide with your personal life, man. It may not click with your personal schedule. But for the body, it's a method of strengthening the body. increasing the body. You know, so which one do you love more, yourself or the body? Because then not the scripture say what? Deny yourself and bear the cross of YAHAWASHI. Did he not get inconvenienced for the elect's sake?
Yep.
Exactly. So you have to be that same example as YAHAWASHI that he left.
Yeah.
All right. So when certain orders get placed out there, it ain't no, well, I don't know if I can do that. Like, no, bro. No, you gotta adjust, make the proper adjustments. If you find yourself in a situation where it's just hard for you to make the necessary adjustments, you gotta pray to YAHAWASHI and ask him to help you keep up with it. And even if that means cutting certain shit out your life,
That's sacrifice.
you might have a woman that's holding you back, man.
Yeah.
If she getting in the way of you being excelling in this truth and enhancing, you need to reevaluate that. You know, be like, you know what, man? This is getting into the way, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you got a job or something like that just constantly is just in the way, try to find you another job, man.
Yeah.
You know, stay on that job. You know, work your work. But then in the meantime, if you feel like, man, this job I'm becoming unfruitful because of this job, look for you another job.
Yeah.
Search, man, see what's going on, and move on faith.
Yeah, because you gotta like who's this guy, Bruce Lee? He said you gotta be as water.
Mm-hmm.
He said, what do you say? Water can move slow or can crash. You
Form into a cup.
You gotta know how to maneuver in this truth like that.
Flexible. Yeah.
You know, you can't. If you crash, then that's it, man. You know, you stop moving, you become stagnant.
Yep.
You know, whatever orders or whatever, however the spirit, you know, whatever direction it's going, you gotta go with the spirit, man.
That's right.
Yeah, because if I can say this, you know, the orders that get pushed out is a sifting, you know. Yeah. And you know, because the orders are coming directly from YAHAWASHI. It's coming from the Lord. All right, because you know the apostles and elders, they are the men of the Lord. So anything they push out is you know from the Spirit. It's just the Spirit. So you know, in that case, if you're not following order, then that's a sifting. And the Lord is getting rid of a lot of undesirables. Yeah. You know, forcing your hand. Are you really about this thing, or are you just gonna you know, fall by the wayside?
Fade into the abyss.
Fade into the abyss. You know,
Black hole.
That's right.
Yeah,
kind of.
I got. I'll bring this out one more time. It's Acts 20 and 28. Therefore, take heed, therefore, unto yourselves and to all the flock. And it says, take heed unto yourself too. The scripture says, examine yourself. You know, whether you be in the faith. All right. So take heed unto yourself. That means watch yourself. You know, make sure that okay. Am I listening to the apostles? Am I reading? Am I studying? You know, you have to know where you're slipping up at.
Yeah, man. Actually dedicating myself to the craft.
Yeah. Do I need to adjust? Do I need to adjust my schedule so I can do more in the spirit, just like you were saying?
Yeah, because even the apostles, they're coaches from states away. You know, just like you have a basketball coach that'll tell you to practice, you got to shoot a certain amount of shots. You got to make sure that you actually training, stretching, eating, in all these different ways. But we don't have these different things, so to speak, in front of us. You know, right beside us, the coaches. It's all through the spirit. So we have to make sure that we actually walk in the spirit of things, man. You know, because the apostles ain't gonna. Of course, sometimes they go to different camps and they inspect and see what's what. But a lot of times they, you know, they don't see you behind the scenes. Right. That's why Paul spoke about how he would write certain letters, and it should basically, men should practice the scripture, so to speak, as they see in front of them, as in the background, even more in the background than really in front, man. All right. Who you display yourself in the front should be the same energy and the same light that should present itself in the background. That's why I said everything in the darkness shall come to the light. If you are the light, there ain't nothing you can't hide.
You wide open.
Yeah.
You could tell certain brothers that's fully engulfed in this ministry, man.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell who's really into this thing, man. Because brothers are open books, man. Brothers is wide open, man. You know, brothers are open for correction. They open for new orders. They open for new duties, new assignments, you know, classes, lessons, study guides. Brothers is open to this thing. You can tell who's really into it, man. when they just when they flow with the spirit of how this thing is moving, man. You can see, you know. But I'm, you know, we'll get a couple more scriptures and we'll just go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay,
You know?
I'll just finish up on this real quick.
Yeah,
And take heed therefore unto yourselves and to all the flock over the which the Holy Spirit hath made you overseers to feed the church of the Most High, which he hath purchased with his own blood.
Yeah, so you got to remember too that these churches are in the possession of us, especially with the heads of the camps. All right, you are in a position of leadership within a church of YAHAWASHI. It's not your church. The Atlanta camp, the brothers here in Atlanta don't belong to me. You know, they're just under my watch and this brother's watch. All right, we have to make sure that what we properly feed in the church. We giving good orders. We giving good admonishment and correction, because that's another thing. When you running, you know, operating the camp of YAHAWASHI, you got to make sure you admonishing your congregation, and not keeping your peace, not being silent when it's time to correct certain things. You got to know how to cut the on and the off switch on, man. You know, because you don't mean no ill will behind it. It's good intent, man. It's no guile, man. It's no hatred. It's just stop. And sometimes you got to say, chill, bro. That's love, man. That's what you call love. So when you are overseer, you got to know how to, you got to take heed. You got to watch the church. That's what the word bishop means. That's right. When you look at the word bishop, it goes back into the Greek word episcopal, meaning what? The scope. All right, meaning what? You have to watch or be an overseer of the church. That's what a bishop is. You have to be able to, you have to analyze the church. It ain't always just a damn breakfast club gathering, man. You know, you got to, sometimes you got to take a step back and watch the church. What tweaks can be made? What more could we do to better push YAHAWASHI and have a better structured camp? You know, what is this brother's gift? What is this brother doing? What is he not doing? What should he be doing? All right, brother, you gotta, you know, designate certain administrations and offices, man.
Yeah,
you know,
and churches can always be developed. You know, just like when you read in Revelations, I'm pretty sure those churches that YAHAWASHI was getting down on, they probably was bullshit, and they really thought that they was already a complete church, and they were just, and they just kept walking under that same water. But YAHAWASHI through the Spirit put that scanner on them, and he seen that it was all kind of discrepancies and all kind of bullshit that was basically revolving within those different churches. You know, he told certain of them he'll remove the candlestick. He told some of them, you know, remember your first love and things of that nature. He was actually tweaking and things of that nature. So a lot of times, even us in these different camps, we have to push that same energy to always progress. You can't be, if you stagnant, you basically going back. You're not going forward. If you ain't going forward, then you're going back. Because anything that's sitting, whether it's an engine, whether it's water, anything that's still, poison starts to develop and it dies. It dies out. That's right. It has to be moving, constantly flowing. Living waters are always flowing, man.
That's right, brother.
And I'll a quick precept. 1 Timothy 4 and start at 12. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word and conversation, in charity and spirit.
Hey, because the scriptures say what? Charity is the bond of perfectness. You know, so if you want to, the scriptures say what? Be ye perfect as your Father is perfect in heaven. If you want to strive for perfection, you have to do it through the street of charity. All right, that's the bridge of perfection, charity, meaning what? Good works, good tidings. That's what the word tidings or mean. Works. It means the word tidings means a bringer of good news. All right. So you have to be the one that's actually standing up for YAHAWASHI in this work, in this ministry, man. All right. You know, pushing out this thing through charity, man. All right, and part of charity is what is giving yourself as a sacrifice. All right, that's the charitable act. Having charity is not going down to a soup kitchen on the west side of whatever city you're in. All right, and yeah, passing out Bojangles biscuits, talking about you know, I'm charitable, man. You know, just, you know, charity, man, giving back. No, man, you're supposed to give yourself over to the ministry. All right, and that means everything that comes with it, man. You know, if YAHAWASHI make adjustments now in the spirit and say, hey, go to camp 2 times a week, you got to be able to make them necessary adjustments, man.
Right.
Don't just be, oh, well, shit. Well, shit, I work on that day, so. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not that everybody got to, you know, change their schedules and stuff like that. But sometimes you got to make an effort, man. Just make the effort.
Yeah.
You know, make the effort in the spirit, man. Let the Most High work. As long as he see the effort, man, he'll come through, man. You know, but go ahead, Barzal.
All right. In charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity, till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine.
That's right. It says give attendance to reading, to exhortation, and to doctrine. So when the apostles and elders put out certain exhortations, certain doctrines and corrections on breakdowns, man, you got to watch those, man.
Take heed to.
You know, take heed, man. See what the correct breakdown is to it, man. Don't just go out there winging it, you know, or breaking down certain things you ain't never heard the apostles break down, man. You know, trying to be deep,
right?
You know, trying to be somebody. Because Jake, we've lived a life where we were nobodies, man. We all live lives where we wasn't recognized as a somebody, or we didn't come from a family of somebodies.
Right.
You know, so when you come into the truth, you know, that spirit can puff up in you like, I'm finally somebody.
Yeah.
I might be Micah. I might be Jeremiah. You start thinking you somebody, man. All right. But no, man, you got to remember that what? This is the will of the Heavenly Father, YAHAWASHI. You know, you got to let his will be done. All right. So when you deny yourself, you ain't gonna look at yourself like you somebody, man. All right. Because the power that you tap into, you giving it back to the source.
Right.
You energizing yourself with this power, but you also giving it back to the source, man.
Yeah. Right.
That's what you call what? Giving credit when credit is due. That's all. That's why we say all praise is glory and honor. All right, because why? We've attached ourselves to a power source, and through that power source, we've energized ourselves. We've tapped into our power, but we don't hold that to ourselves and act like it's us. We give it back. We give it back to him. You know, recognition. So that's what these scriptures is talking about. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine, to charity. You know? Go ahead, brother.
All right. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy.
That's right. Go ahead.
With the laying on of the hands of the presbytery.
That's right. And when you look into the word presbytery, it means the elders. All right. It says by the laying on of the hands of the presbytery. Why? Because they was hands on. All right. And also they would actually pray on men and anoint men with their hands on.
Laying on holy hands.
Yep. They would lay on holy hands and they would anoint certain brothers, certain heads of the churches, certain members of the church. They would anoint them. They would pray with the olive oil and they would, you know, put their hands on them and bless them, you know, and to help bring out that gift that's in them, you know, but you ain't supposed to neglect it, and you neglect it by not following the spirit of YAHAWASHI. You gotta be malleable, man.
And one important thing too, we always, especially in this time now, we gotta be aware of is we in the time of the purging, man.
That's right.
You know, this is the time of the Passover, and if it's any time to purge and obey, this is the time, man. This is the time where it was a lot of death in Egypt, you know, plagues and the 10 plagues to Egypt and things of that nature. This was a real hot time. So we got to really pay attention and be aware of these things, man.
That's right.
You know, because just like the brother said, we in really some times where if you don't follow that energy and really follow that path, so to speak, of the laying of the hands, you're gonna be taken out of there, man. We gotta be grit locking this thing. We got to follow that path. That straight gate.
That straight gate.
A straight gate. Where it speaks about it was that 2 Ezra 7th chapter.
Mm-hmm.
That what's it called? That balance beam.
Mm-hmm.
Says it's so hard. One man has to go in there in the time, and it's fire on one side and water on the other. You gotta be on that Proverbs 11:1 to the finish line.
Yeah, man. You gotta balance that thing out.
If not one little tilt,
you out.
You out of there.
And you better believe when you draw nearer to the kingdom of heaven, that walk get tighter and tighter. Mm-hmm. That squeeze, you feel that squeeze. Mm-hmm. So the only way you're gonna slide through there is by following the Spirit, man. When the Spirit speaks, you got to do it, man. You know. But go ahead and finish that up.
Meditate upon these things. Give thyself wholly.
Give thyself what?
Holy to them.
Give thyself what?
Holy to them.
Holy. WHOLLY. Mm-hmm. Holy. All right. Meaning fully.
That's right.
Yeah, I was just about to say it.
Yeah.
Fully, man.
Fully.
You know. You gotta be. The scripture speak about the full assurance.
And it speaks about how that cup runneth over.
Yes, sir.
And that cup is full.
Yeah.
You
got room. It's so full. You got enough to share, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you got to be in this, man.
That's the Lamb of YAHAWASHI, where it speaks about, even speaking around the times and now, there's so much lamb. If you had more than enough, you would have you have to share the wealth, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's the spirit of YAHAWASHI. You know?
Hey, and if I could add to what this brother just said, I was up at about 3:30, almost 4 in the morning, last night, and it was the Chicago camp and the Rochester camp was live. Mm-hmm. Damn, at 4 o'clock in the morning, it was about 3:40. Getting busy, man. That's what you call holy.
Yeah.
You know, that right there drives me. That pushes me. That ignites me, man. Like, man, look at these brothers, man. They in it, man. You know, and you only gonna feel like that if you're fully invested into it, man.
That's right.
You know, shit, we don't have no time to go on dinner dates and shit. And I be wanting to do. I talk to these brothers all the time about, you know, I be wanting to do more real family, but you know what I'm saying. It don't be the drive is not there, man.
Yeah.
The drive is here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's fully when you fully invested. So when you see another brother that's fully invested into the same company that you invested in, it's like, hell yeah, we can work together, man. Like, what's your vision, man? You know what you know what I'm saying? What you like, you know, to go into, man? You know, you like, man, he investing into this thing, man. Mm-hmm. But when you see somebody that's just like, yeah, you know, I ain't trying to do all that, but you know, I want to have a little something for myself. Man, come on, man. Get the hell out of here. You don't understand the potential of the company, bro. You don't understand the potential, man. Yeah. But go ahead. I ain't gonna
you ain't invested.
That's right.
You're not invested. Yeah. Verse 16, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Said it just like it said in verse 13, the doctrine. Continue in them.
Yeah, see, continue in them. Go ahead.
For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
See, so you gonna not only can you save your own soul or your own spirit, you can save your family, you can save other family members,
peers.
All right, you can save friends, peers, and you can also save members of the elect that hadn't woken up to the truth yet.
Right.
Now, what do you think the reward would be for a brother that's woke up, a member of the elect that's predestined? He got that brother out of darkness, man. That's a hell of a reward.
Oh yeah.
That's a hell of a reward, man.
Scripture speak about the prophet's reward, man. You know, these ain't little bags we carrying from the actions we. That's why I said it earlier to these brothers. I was like, we could really see that bag that we actually accumulate. Man,
the bag fat.
We over the Rothschilds with that network. They say the Rothschilds estimated net worth is 500 trillion.
That's chump change.
Yeah. All from that one little talent, man. And how much? Even the talent, when you look into it, they say the price range is really $1 million. So the Most High really giving you a million and flip. Didn't Donald Trump say that? He was like, man, I came from really small conditions.
So my dad gave me $1 million to invest, and I invested.
And what is he now? He's his net worth is up there. Yeah, probably $4 or $5 billion, roughly. And I'm correct me if I'm wrong. If you look it up. but his net worth is up there because he was flipping.
Yeah,
He made good investments, bad investments.
he in
Nevertheless,
the low billions.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is in the low billions. You know, I think if you look him up, he's worth about 8-9 billion, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
And if you could remember too, when Donald Trump got in office, you remember he denied the president's salary, man.
Mhm.
He didn't want to make no was it 400,000?
Yeah,
400,000. He was like, look, man, I don't need no $400,000 a year, man. You know what I'm saying? That's chump change. He didn't want no president's salary, man. This man is worth billions.
Yeah, he still got his hands in different things.
So what more us brothers, man? Do you want to be rich in the spiritually, man? Do you want the Lord to extract all kind of spiritual riches within your spirit so that the world can see the power of YAHAWASHI in you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or do you just want to be a fly by night type of guy? I'm just worried about my salvation and y'all do what y'all do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna break my back for this because I'm in captivity. I'm tired. Or you're gonna be like, man, I want the Lord to extract all the spiritual gifts that He gave me, so that the world and the sensitive brothers can see the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI coming through me.
Right, that's right.
And watching me give all praises to the source, man.
That's right. That's right.
You got to be fully invested into this thing, man. Let's get one more scripture. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay. Well, I'll end it with this. You had something you want?
It's from earlier.
You good?
But you get
Go ahead.
All right. Jeremiah 6:16.
Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths.
Mhm.
Where is the good way?
See, now sometimes you got to go back to the basics, man.
That's right.
All right, go back to the basics. All right, what's the orders, man? What's the admonishment for today? Let me make sure I got this breakdown right before I put this video up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me make sure I check in with the brotherhood, let brothers know what's going on. Let me make sure I make some sacrifices to be more active in the body.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? When you look into the old paths, you're gonna see those ways. You're gonna see men making sacrifices.
Right.
You're gonna see men making sure that they stay in tune with the spirit of YAHAWASHI.
Dedicate.
You're gonna see the forefathers' dedication. All right, they sufferings.
Mm-hmm.
Them getting God on in the spirit.
And you see it all through what? The testimonies, man. Mm-hmm. These are living testaments to these different individuals. They went through their death and their breath being within them through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, and then walking in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was that scripture, things that are written aforetime were written for our learning.
Yeah.
Right.
So we got the ancient scrolls, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
to go back to and look at the examples, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
That our forefathers, put out there.
Yeah.
Good examples and bad examples, because like the kings, right?
Yeah.
When you read about kings, you read about a lot of evil niggas, man.
Yeah.
You gotta suck that in with the rest of the book. That's the role. You don't just no, I don't need that part. No,
Right.
you need those are the most important. You gotta learn from the good and the bad, so to say, right?
Yeah.
That's balance.
And ask for the old paths. Where is the good way? And walk therein.
Yeah, see, where is the good way? And then you got to walk that way. That's like the brother Barzal brought out earlier, that straight gate, that narrow passage, man. You got to walk that gate. It ain't no, you're going to take this route. It's a little easier. Like, no, man, the apostles and elders, if Apostle Hart say, look, brothers that's in Great Millstone, this ain't just no nigga shit, man.
Right.
You just think you gonna do what you want to do. If you go in and work at a company and they give you company policy, your ass gonna make sure you got everything that comes with that company. You doing the right thing. You ain't gonna be like, well, I ain't signed up to be wearing no jacket like this. Like, come on, bro. It's company policy. You want to work for us or not, man?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when the apostles and elders put certain things out there, it might not necessarily be convenient for you.
Right.
But you got to walk that path. You got to congregate once a week. You got to do 3 videos a week. If you in a city or a state and you ain't the main camp in that state, you need to be checking in.
Yeah.
You need to be traveling once a month to the nearest camp. If you a brother out there by yourself, or if you a brother that's trying to start up in your zone, you need to go check in with the nearest camp once a month. These are orders.
Yeah, and if I could say this, you know, if you have a problem with the order, you know, if you have a problem with the company protocols and such, you know, then leave the job, man.
Yeah.
You know,
That's it.
Or
you came to the camp,
or you'll get fired.
you know, you came and you know, you came to Great Millstone. You said that Great Millstone had the truth. So if you're not gonna follow the orders and you know, things that come along with Great Millstone, the diligence and everything that comes along with it, then just leave, man.
That's it. You wanted to serve YAHAWASHI through the order of Great Millstone. Not IUIC, not GOCC, not ISUPK. You wanted to serve through the Lord. You wanted to work for the Lord with the company of Great Millstone, so to speak. So you have to make sure you following the policies and the companies of the guideline of the company.
Mhm.
You know, the guidelines of the company. Salaki, not being a damn insubordinate employee. I don't like that. I don't like that shit though, man. That shit's bullshit though.
Mhm.
You know, well, why the fuck you here?
Right.
If you don't want to do 3 videos, if you don't want to do, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to link up once a week, if you don't like going to the highways and byways on Saturday, if you don't like coming to classes, if you don't like, you know what I'm saying, you know, communicating with brothers, checking in, if you don't like getting reproved, if you don't like getting corrected, you know what I'm saying, if you don't like making necessary sacrifices, go work somewhere else.
Yeah.
Dip out. You know, because this is a work. This camp is like a pop. Like that's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but go ahead. I ain't want to hold the lesson up too long.
All right. And ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein.
Hey, and that's the point.
Mm-hmm.
You got certain guys that just constantly buck up against the scriptures and against the spirit, like it tells you where in Acts 7:51. Paul said, "What you do so stiffly resist the Holy Spirit, man.
Yeah.
Stop resisting it, man. When the Spirit speaketh expressly, man. It could be a new decree come out next week that may not necessarily be just a perfect jail to our everyday life,
right.
But we got to do what, man? We got to make the necessary adjustments, man.
Yeah, that's right.
What do I need to do to make sure that this decree is fulfilled, man?
That's right.
That I'll do my part with this order. And if you find a hard time doing it, you better send a prayer up to the CEO of the company, YAHAWASHI, and ask him, you know, to work with you, give you the spirit to fulfill the best interests of the company.
That's right.
Or otherwise you're gonna end up getting fired.
That's right.
You know. So go ahead and you close out with that scripture,
Con, this is Proverbs 11 and 14.
That's right.
Just to bring it full, you know.
Yeah, come.
It says, where no counsel is, the people fall.
Hey, the scripture say where no counsel is, the people fall.
Mm.
There's a lot of people out here maneuvering with this Bible, with this word, without counsel.
That's right.
And we're not talking about in Great Millstone. All right. Because for the most part, man, the sincere brothers in Great Millstone, they following the counsel, they following the guidelines, the protocol, you know. But you got a lot of guys that's holding this Bible up on the highways and byways that they ain't moving within the counsel, the right counsel, the proper counsel. It's gonna cause them their life very soon, man.
That's right.
All right. Israel always thinking, how about YAHAWASHI playing games with them, man? Over and over again, man, doing the same bull crap that the forefathers did. And when you do these things that our people did back in the day, it just goes to show you don't study.
That's right.
That's what it shows. It shows that you guys don't got the fear. You ain't reading the scriptures then. You ain't seeing when the Lord delivered Israel over to King Salmanassar. You must have forgot when the Lord brought the Egyptians on the Israelites. You must have forgot when the Lord put Antiochus on the Israelites. All right, you must have forgot.
AD.
Yeah, 70 AD. You must have forgot transatlantic slavery. All right, you must have forgot the horrible acts that the Lord brought against Israel. Hey, the Lord raised up Jehu, or King Jehu, and he tricked the worshipers of Baal. They was niggas. You know, they were of the northern kingdom, if I'm not mistaken, and they were worshiping Baal. King Jehu set them up and said, "Look, get all the worshipers to come down here and tell them that we're gonna make a sacrifice to Baal. And then he said, when I get all of them in here, make sure there ain't nobody in here who worship YAHAWASHI.
Make it cover the door, so to speak.
Yeah, he said, make sure there ain't nobody in here that cover YAHAWASHI. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, and if they are in here, tell them to step. Tell them we got a sacrifice for Baal. He said, as soon as we get ready to do it, the troops come in and you slaughter everybody. And he said, if you let somebody get away on your watch, you gonna get killed. So, hey, that tells you what? That if you don't look at these examples of the Israelites when they went off, and you don't carry yourself in that fear, and you just doing whatever you want to do with this word, with this Bible, you're just walking around toting it like it's you like a briefcase for IBM, you're gonna get your issue.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, you walking around like you toting a briefcase with a laptop in it, and you work for a goddamn Kroger's grocery store. You don't give a good goddamn, man.
Certain guys carry like his badges in the military, man, just to show off the front.
Show off,
Yeah, look at my Bible. You know what I'm saying? See, I got a Bible. But you ain't carrying yourself according to the word that's inside the Bible.
Right.
You know, make the proper adjustments, man. Follow the apostles and elders. Stay within the spirit of this thing, because this company is about to increase. Meaning what? Whenever you see company growth, there's more requirements from the employees, man.
That's right.
All right. Whenever a company grows, there will always be more requirements. All right. So, you know, did you have any more on that?
Yes. So
okay, kind.
It says, where no counsel is, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors, there is safety.
That's right. Seek counsel. Don't be proud. Don't think you know it all. All right. Watch the apostles and elders videos. All right. Stay in tune with the brotherhood. Take your reproof. Check in. Deny yourself. All right. Do what you got to do, man. All right. So with that, we're going to close out giving all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahawah,
BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakar, Kodash. All right. Double honors unto the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and safety to the elect, men, women, and children. Shalom.
Shalom.